What's up, guys? Shane here, House of Cards TCG. I have a really cool replay I wanted to show to you. So it's really meta relevant. It's Floowandereeze versus Swordsoul. I'm playing Swordsoul, going against Floowandereeze. It was a really interesting match. It was a really swift 2-0. And I feel like I wanted to watch this replay because I think he misplayed or maybe didn't play optimally, and that's why I was able to win so quickly and easily. And also, you'll see, but I think he might have scooped a little too early in game one. So let's go ahead and go through it. So he won rock, paper, scissors. So draw phase, standby phase, main phase. He's going to go extravagance, banish six. So get through that. He draws terraforming and extravagance. He's probably going to do terraforming to get the field spell. Field spell is crucial in this deck. If you can get to that, and he has multiple names in hand, so he's got full combo. And I didn't. I opened really poorly. Obviously, I had Celestial and Dasher. Prosperity, I'm hoping can get me into something good. But anyway, he goes into the map. He reveals, so then he's going to banish another one and then summon the revealed, which is good because it doesn't use your normal summon. It summons by the effect of the map. So he's going to bring out Rubina, the best starter in the deck, and that searches another small bird. So he's going to search Barrier Statue because he's already got the Eaglin in hand. So I guess he wanted to get the Barrier Lock. He didn't know what he's playing against, so Barrier Lock is good. Good to open with because most likely he's not playing against a deck that can easily get around this. So he goes Eaglin, summon, normal summon, additional summon off the Rubina, adds the Ostrich, and then he can get another normal summon here, and searches the M pen. Okay. Eaglin searches M pen. That's right. And then, so he adds the Ostrich back to hand, so Chain Link 2. And then he gets another normal summon here. He's going to go for probably the Eaglin, or M pen, sorry. Goes for the M pen. That sets up, the major stun piece. My monsters, if they're in attack position, can't activate their effects. And then he's going to go M pen 1, Rubina 2 to add back the Rubina. And he's leaving the Eaglin banished, and that's because he's going to search the trap, and you need one banished to continue to chain block. So let's see what he's going to do now. The M pen will get him another normal summon. So he's going to go for the Barrier Statue. So that's pretty good right there, just having the M pen and the Barrier Statue. That can win against a lot of decks. So he's going to go for that. Could have brought out the Ostrich, but just wouldn't make any sense to banish a card in his graveyard. So I draw Instant Fusion, a pretty good extender, but still I don't have any going second cards, so it's still a pretty rough position for me. So let's see what I'm going to do here. Prosperity, I'm probably going to do it for 6 here, so thinking on cost, going to banish 6. Just hoping for something going second so I can deal with one of these two or both. So let's see what Emergence, Tai, Moe. So let's see what I got. So probably going to take the Fusion Destiny here because, I already have some Swordsoul combo in my hand, and these banishes weren't really good. So probably going to go for Fusion Destiny. So let's see. Yep, got the Fusion Destiny. Put the rest to the bottom of the deck. Called by does nothing against this deck, basically, because they all get banished. So then from there, I'm probably going to summon normal the Ecclesia. Yep. Can't special it because of the Barrier Statue. And then I'm going to just battle over the Barrier Statue. Now, if I were him, I think I would probably not allow that to happen. He's going to let it go, but I'll probably, try to find a way out that maybe using the trap there to get into another interruption. But maybe they go into like a Mega Ryza play, but he doesn't, so I attack over it. Goes to grave, he takes the damage, and then I go to main phase 2, and now I can activate the effect because I can special summon monsters that aren't wind. So I go into, I think, Moe probably? Yep, Moe, best starter in the deck. And then effect to reveal and summon a token. So reveal Emergence in my hand, summon a token. Again, he's holding that trap, which I'm not sure why, but again, he probably could have played that more optimally. So bring that out, and then I go into Shishao, and I'm doing this all in defense position because it dodges the M-Pen. If they're in attack position, they can't activate their effect, so they have to go in defense position, which is fine for this deck. It doesn't really matter. I've already used my battle phase anyway, so there's no need to inflict any more damage. So Chain Link 1 is the Synchro Shishao, and Chain Link 2 is Moye, so chain blocks this. So Chain Link 2 draws 1, and then Chain Link 1 searches 1. So I'm going to search the extender. From here, I can use the emergence to grab another worm or a Swordsoul that I can use for cost to the long one. And Chalice was a really good draw because it can stun this out. It also interrupts him during his turn. If he does now use this, the trap, I can negate his normal summon effect. So that's good. So I think I grab a Tenyi. Yeah, it's just a fodder for this guy. Gonna discard it, special summon, and that allows me to go into my Synchro 10 plays. So gonna bring out long one, bring out a token, and from there I'm gonna Synchro summon. Gonna go into the Baron just to have an Omni negate and a pop, and then effect to burn him for 12. Don't forget that. And then from there I'm probably gonna Baron to out the M-Pen, or the map. So you want to deal with one or both of these two. The map is really important for their follow-up. So I'll probably the best play is to out the map. You can pop one card. It doesn't have to be a monster, and that way this I can deal with Chalice. I have other interruptions, and I have Fusion Destiny. So if I don't pop the map here, I can pop it with my Fusion Enforcer. So let's see. I'll do Baron to pop the M-Pen, which, like I said, these two are the problem cards. So then I'll go Fusion Destiny. He lets it resolve, doesn't have a way to stop it. And I had both the bricks in hand. So to play through that, with this deck, it shows the range and the flexibility of the deck. It's really strong. So now I can summon an attack position because I'm not restricted by the M-Pen. And I'm going to want to use Enforcer here to pop the trap, or the field spell. That's the problem card. That card's broken. So probably going to activate effect. Yep. Pop the field spell. Pop himself in the field spell and declare his effect in the graveyard. One thing you don't want to forget. And he was asking for a target, and it doesn't target, so keep that in mind. You just activate the effect. You don't have to target anything. So he had no response, so I pop itself in the field spell and then declare the effect in the grave to special summon it during the standby phase. And I do make a misplay here, so I have the Ecclesia in grave, which now can come back to hand because a fusion monster went to grave, and I forget to activate it. So that's on me. I should have activated that in the end phase, but if all goes well, I can activate it next end phase if I don't forget again. So on that, I'm gonna pass. I still have the negate of Baron, I have a targeted monster negate, and I have the Enforcer coming back along with a Chalice. So at this point, I have a pretty big upper hand. But he has a good hand with 2 draw cards, and they don't conflict. He can do both. So he's gonna Twin Twisters this, which it's not the best play. It's he's getting rid of a resource, so he gets rid of the ostrich, and he pops that, which it's just an okay play. It's a 1-for-1, but it's a -1 for him because he has to discard. So I guess he was really worried about the back row, but is what it is. Then he goes Extravagance. He draws 2. I'm not going to negate that. Playing into talents there, and draw 2 is good, but he did not draw well. So he got Book of Moon, which is a good card in this deck. But and then he goes Duality. So he's got the trap that he didn't activate. Now the Evenly in his hand is not very good. If he would have activated this last turn, the Evenly could potentially be more in play, because I might have negated that with Baron, so he would have no cards on the field, and he would put me down to 1. So he goes Duality. He's going to grab Evenly, Punishment, Rubina. He already had the Rubina in hand. Probably would have grabbed Punishment. I don't know why Evenly. I wouldn't grab that. Should have grabbed Punishment. So and then he's going to use the Trap effect, which that's a problem. It's going to give him a normal summon here. So he's going to normal summon the Rubina, and then activate Rubina effect, which I'm going to have to negate here with Shishao. I can't let him start popping off of that. So I'm going to chain Shishao, and it banishes for cost, and then it negates a monster on the field. And I believe it has to be face up. One other effect monster on the field, yeah. So he does Book of Moon to try to dodge that. And at this point, I have to use my Baron negate, negate the Book of Moon. So then this this effect goes through. The Shishao effect to negate the Rabina. And then it dodges. He does get to add back because he chained the Eaglin. This is a targeted negation, so it can't be chain blocked. And then he goes for a normal summon because he hasn't used that yet. Remember, he summoned this off the trap. And then he goes for Eaglin. And at this point, the only interruption I have is a pop off Enforcer. So can't really stop that. And then I'm thinking on res if I should pop one because then he can't do his normal summon. And had I known his hand, I would have done that. But I didn't. So he goes Mega Raiza and he's thinking on the targets. And he was thinking for a little bit, but then he targets the Fusion Destiny in my grave to put it on top because it's dead now, and then he targets Shishao to put it on top of the deck, and the Raiza he's going to add back to his hand, which I found interesting. But I want to interrupt that, so I do Fusion Enforcer here, and I pop the Mega Raiza and itself, and then Graveyard Effect to special summon it back, and I go ahead and let the Raiza resolve. So, and then his Chain Link 2 was Rabina, I guess. So I put that to the top of the deck, and then Graveyard Effect of Enforcer. At this point, he's kind of left with nothing. He's used his normal summon, his extra normal summon. He's got 2 Evenlies, and Evenly isn't doing anything, so he admits defeat there. So going on to game 2, he decides to go first. And interesting that he didn't side out. Like, he has Dark Ruler no more, he has Regeki, and he's going first. So, like, why did he not side those out into going first cards? I don't know what his side deck is, but he bricks there. He can't do anything. He has a Tribute Summon card, Called by the Grave, Regeki, Dark Ruler, and Book of Moon, so he's not doing anything. My hand's pretty good. I felt pretty good about the Veiler. Veiler's strong against this deck. I had, you know, the Rhoda, the Mogi, Prosperity, Fusion Destiny, Vishuda. So the Vishuda top deck's really good because now I can bounce his set card. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Or he has to use it to interrupt me, and he doesn't. He probably should have used it on Vishuda. I don't know why he didn't here because you have to foresee that it's going to be dead. I'm going to bounce it back to hand. So you might as well use it here while I can because you can't Book a Moon, a Link monster, and I'm going to immediately link this off. So I go into Tenyi, and then I activate Vishuda. Because I have the non-effect monster, I can bounce his set card to hand. So misplay on his part. Probably wouldn't have been, not huge, but just a waste of a card. So from here, I'm open to, you know, aside from any hand traps, I'm pretty much open to pop off. So normal summon Moye, reveal the emergence, and bring out a token. And from there, I'm going to go into the Shishao to get the search and the Moye draw. And I go for the Mogi draw instead of the Prosperity here because, you know, if he would have had an established board, I would have definitely dug for Prosperity to get some going second cards like Dark Ruler, Lightning Storm, you know, something to stop him. But I don't really have to worry about that. I had a good hand for comboing off. So I had the Fusion Destiny and had full combo, Swordsoul combo. So I go for the Long Wand, and where did I draw into? I guess another Fusion Destiny, which isn't doing anything. So I do the emergence here, search out something to discard again off the Long Wand. Doesn't matter what. Tenyi is probably the one you don't want to top deck as much, so go for that. I'm going to use Long Wand here, discard the Tenyi, and I think he's going to realize here with his hand he can't win. So that's going to be the end of the duel. Again, I think he could have sided better, and he's going to draw some cards here to see. He does draw the map. Still no normal summons though, which is interesting. But yeah, that's the end of the duel. So again, I think he could have played a little bit better, but it was still good to see, you know, Floowandereeze. So many people locally play that deck that I always want to show off whenever I beat it because that deck is very annoying when it pops off. But thanks for watching. Let me know if you guys noticed any other misplays or anything either of us could have done more optimally because, you know, these are both very new decks and we're trying to learn how to play them best. So guys, thanks for watching. And this is Shane from House of Cards TCG signing out.